Delegates at the 29th COP29 Summit under the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change have finalized an agreement setting an annual climate finance target of $300 billion by 2035 to aid developing countries in addressing the impacts of climate change. The deal, which was reached after intense negotiations in Azerbaijan's capital, places the responsibility for funding primarily on wealthier nations. This new financial goal will succeed the previous commitment of $100 billion annually, which was initially pledged for 2020 but was only fulfilled in 2022 and is set to expire in 2025. While the European Union described the agreement as ushering in a new era of climate finance, United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres expressed his dissatisfaction on the deal, remarking that the outcome fell short of his expectations for a more ambitious deal. The decision drew sharp criticism from developing and vulnerable nations, including India, Nigeria and Cuba, which had advocated for a substantially higher target of $1.3 trillion. Representatives from these nations dismissed the agreed amount as insulting, citing the growing scale of climate-related damages they face. Indian representative told the COP29 conference in Baku that India opposes the adoption of this document, saying that host Azerbaijan ignored its concerns. She also added that the amount that is proposed to be mobilized is abysmally poor and a paltry sum.
That this document is nothing more than an optical illusion. This, in our opinion, will not address the enormity of the challenge we all face. Therefore, we oppose the adoption of this document. We oppose the adoption of this document. India opposes the adoption of this document, and please take note and regard of what we have just said from the floor of this room.
Earlier, the group of at least developed or least developed countries had declared the draft agreement unacceptable and staged a walkout. They were later joined by the alliance of small island states. The G77 group of nations, the G7 group of nations had also signaled that it would accept a sum of $500 billion for the new collective qualified goal. The final deal, however, asks the developing world to contribute voluntarily. The rich nations have clarified that it was unrealistic to expect more indirect government funding. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.